So, the Kings. I had a feeling this place is important. I mean, look at all those lights. It must cost a fortune to keep that on for an extended period of time. It's probably nothing compared to the rest of the strip, but for this place, there are children out there that could barely survive on giant rats, for goodness sake.
What's up?
Wait, you're not gonna ask for ID? Okay then, I'm just going straight in. Man, if that was their bouncer, then he needs to be fired. Well, this looks like a lovely establishment. All the effort they put into that giant eyesore on the front would have been better spent cleaning up the interior a bit more. And is there even a receptionist out here? Somebody needs to let the king know that a VIP is here to see him.
What do we have here? Another petitioner for the king?
Oh, you're the receptionist. You don't even have a desk. Oh, you should put in a complaint or something. There's a basic standard of working conditions to be met around here. But yes, I am here to see the king. And no, I don't have an appointment. I just want to have a chat, if that's not too much to ask.
Anything's possible, I suppose. How much is it worth to you to meet the big man?
Oh, now there's an entrance fee. I wasn't told about this. Is this some kind of tribute you're demanding? Because if so, I'd rather give that to the king personally.
You know what? I like you. Half the people around here, they forget who runs this place. Head on through. The king's the bored-looking guy by the stage. Can't fucking miss him.
Well, just so you know, I wasn't gonna give a tribute anyway. I'm not handing out a single cap to some guy who thinks he's the king just because he lives in the building with a sign out the front that says the Kings. Besides, that implies... What the hell is that? Whoa, hold on there, Eddie. Get it right. I'm pretty sure it's a dog with cybernetic components, not a robot wearing bits of a dog. Man, I didn't even know these things existed. K9 unit, huh? Well, looks like the old world did have a sense of humor. It was just crap at it. Either way, that's the coolest thing I've seen all day, that's for sure. Does he belong to you, your holy majesty?
Look, Rexy, someone new's come to see us. Poor boy. He hasn't been feeling well lately. I'm the king. What can I do for you?
Well, forgive me for saying this, but you don't look like a king. Where's your crown, furry cape, and expensive jewelry? I mean, hell, if you're going to charge people to see you, then you might as well put on a show.
Charge? Pays must be at it again. What did he take you for?
Nothing, actually. I just bullshitted him about paying tribute and he let me in. I don't actually have any, by the way. I'm sure you'll have plenty of shit already.
Pace must be losing his touch. Either that or you're a smooth one. So, what can I do for you?
Oh, I think he's just retarded. You might want to think about replacing him soon. Speaking of which, got any potential job openings?
Maybe so. Maybe so. You look like you might be able to handle yourself. Tell you what, you do me a favor, and I'll have some more work for you when it's done. Sound good?
Ah, so you're a cautious type. Fair enough, I didn't feel like fighting that guy to the death for your amusement anyway. Not that I'm squeamish or anything, I just killed a bunch of thugs and roughed up a fake Mexican 10 minutes ago. I'm up for more of that.
In that case, some of the things I need handled will be right up your alley. I'll start you off with something easy. Did you notice the bodyguards for hire near the gates when you entered Freeside?
Oh, did I? One of them tried to scare me into hiring her. I'm not too bothered. It's a common mistake to think that I'm not a murdering psychopath and that it's the thugs and raiders that need protection, not me.
It's good money if you can stay alive long enough. Freeside's not as safe as it used to be, so the money is well earned. Usually well earned, that is. Recently, my men tell me that one of those bodyguards, a fella named Oris, is making a little too much money. He's making a killing in repeat business. Once someone hires him, they never want anyone else. I want you to find out why. Specifically, I want you to hire him. Play the part of an innocent tourist and follow his lead. If nothing happens, so be it. But I'm guessing things won't go so smoothly. Call it a hunch. So, what do you say?
Wow, you really do like to think you're a king, don't you? So what, he's making a lot of money? How is that your business?
You may have noticed that some of those guards out there are kings too. I'm just looking out for my men. I'm not trying to get some kind of unfair advantage. I just want a level playing field for my boys. So, what do you say?
I'd say you clearly don't know who I am. I just saved the priceless monorail from getting destroyed. I think I'm a bit overqualified for this job. Hell, I'm already overqualified for collecting debt. Look, why don't you just use your own men? It's their livelihood.
I've tried, but he can smell a king a mile away. Probably knows all our faces by now. He's not a stupid man, I'll give him that. What I need is someone he won't recognize, which makes you perfect. So are you gonna take the job or what?
I guess I might as well. This should be slightly more interesting than what I'm currently doing, that's for sure.
Okay then. Once you part ways, return here. I'll look forward to hearing your report. Oh, and take this to cover the hiring cost.
Wow, you're compensating me for this? That's generous for a king. And what's he doing? Auditioning to be a court jester? Well, I'm not impressed, that's for sure.
Going to the Wrangler tonight?
Can't. The king's got me busy on something.
Busy looking busy? Ha, the worst receptionist in the world doesn't get to complain about unpaid overtime. Forget monarchies, that kind of shit wouldn't slide in the free society either. Maybe that's why he's charging people to see the king. That's his idea of a bonus.
Personal space meaning anything to you, guy?
Yeah, but does having common courtesy mean anything to you? Christ, this is basically a hangout for a street gang. What did I expect? Well, yes, that is true. We don't need to work for him.
If it can be bought, it can be founded. Mick and Ralph.
Oh, just shut the fuck up, kid. We do have a passport now. But here's the thing, it's not...
for all your shopping needs.
It's not real, and I'm not putting my life on the line just because Ralph thinks it's indistinguishable from the real thing. Besides, even if we get into the strip, all hell will be breaking loose. I'll be sure of that. So, chances are we'll need to make a quick evac to Freeside again, like our asses are on fire. I'd rather have the people here in my debt when that happens. Ah, so there are 2 gates into Freeside, huh? Which of you fine gentlemen is Oris?
If you need to cross Freeside, no one will keep you safer than I will.
You mean as a bodyguard? Why, you're not suggesting we're gonna need one, are you?
Just look around. People here are as like to stab you as say hello. That is, if I weren't at your side.
Well, the first part is true, and I'll give you that much. And I think stabbing is only part of it. Some of the people here look like they would yeet me too, and not in a good way. So, how much is this gonna cost me?
200 caps gets you my watchful eye for a trip to the South Gate.
200 caps? Are you fucking with me? One of the bodyguards at the other gate was only gonna charge me 100. What makes you so special?
Hey, you want the best, you have to pay for it.
Yeah, well, just because you're the best at something doesn't mean you can charge whatever the hell you want. I mean, you could be the best in the world at scooping up shit, and I still wouldn't pay you more than 50 caps. Dear God, this better be worth it.
Done and done. I want to mention a few things up front. In order to ensure your safety, I need you to follow my instructions to the letter. We'll be heading down the main street here the whole way down. No detours. You go off sightseeing, and I go off to find another customer. I'll keep a brisk pace, so try not to fall behind. Now let's head out.
Wow, I just paid you 200 caps and you're still imposing rules on me. For that kind of money, I would have expected you to be working around my schedule. And what if I have a bad leg and can't run this fast? You would just take the money and leave?
To your left here is the old Mormon fort. You get roughed up, the followers there will patch you right up. Not that I ever need their services.
Oh, I remember those guys back at Helios 1.
Up ahead on the next block is where the Kings hang out. Don't let them scare you.
Come to
They
Mick
don't
and
outnumber
Ralph's
you
for all
5
your
to 1.
shopping
You'll be
needs.
fine.
Man, this guy's so full of himself. That kind of attitude will get you into trouble, sir, and it may be sooner than you would think. You should know better than that.
Down to the right here is the fun part of town. You haven't seen Freeside till you've been to the Wrangler.
Oh, I've been there alright, and apart from having the worst stand-up comic in the world, it's just another shithole casino as far as I'm concerned. Hell, at least Vicky and Vance had a car on display, and a Protectron to boot. Granted,
Hey,
he was...
slow down. I don't like the look of some of those men ahead. Let's take a different way around.
What are you talking about? Those guys? I'm pretty sure we could take them. There are 4 of us if you count the robot, and if you've seen this little guy in action, you would definitely count him in. Besides, what the hell did I pay you for? So, this is not suspicious at all, you leading us down this alley no one ever uses. I mean, what the hell are you trying to do
I'll
here?
scout ahead. You follow at a distance.
And now you're trying to run off on us. This is not going to look good on your performance review, my friend. Oh, now what's happening?
Gotcha. Thought you could ambush us, huh?
Okay. Couldn't you have done that earlier with those other guys?
Nothing to worry about. If you had hired one of those other hacks, you'd be up to your ass in lowlife right about now.
Yeah, and they would still be dead. I do have weapons, you know. Hang on a minute, there are 4 bodies here and you fired 3 shots. So either one of them was asleep or something isn't right here.
Noticed that, did you? I keenly aimed one of the shots through some soft tissue of one of them to hit the man behind him.
And you have just won the bullshit contest of the year. You're seriously telling me you took out 2 guys in 1 shot? How contrived do you think this looks right now? I might have believed you if you said it was an accident. But, you know, I'll humor you for now. Do you have a better excuse for why you ran off like that?
Call it a hunch. You do this job for long enough and you learn to trust your instincts.
Oh, now you're not even trying. Who do you think you're fucking with here? Half the things that come out of my mouth are bullshit. So by comparison, you are an amateur at best. You want me to believe you took out 4 guys with 3 shots? You could have told me you fired magic bullets that curve in the air, and it would have been just as believable. Well, just as I thought. So if these guys are really dead, then you wouldn't mind if I rub it in a little. Don't worry, you can have a go after me.
Okay.
Well, ain't this a fucking surprise? They're back from the dead! Ow, shit!
Go back to hell, zombies!
Keep him busy, Veronica. I'm coming.
Look out!
Or you can run away like a little bitch. That works too. Fire in the hole. Get out of the way, Eddie. Okay, both of you need to start following the instructions. They may be crappy instructions, but it's better than nothing at all. Just you left, Norris. What you gonna do, huh? Are you gonna stand and fight? No, you won't. I'm taking away your standing privileges. Call yourself a bodyguard? You might want to make sure you can protect your own life first. So yeah, getting repeat business through fraud is a capital offense in my book, especially when you try to kill me as well.
Ugh. What am I wearing? Cardboard?
Hey, don't you stop bitching to me. You chose that outfit. I told you back in McCarry that you needed something better, but no, you stuck with the potato sack.
Got any armor with less holes in it for me?
Well, isn't that convenient? Mr. Oris here is happily donating his metal armor thing. Do remember to say thanks. I mean, it was built to fit him, but I'm sure you can modify it with your Brotherhood expertise. And before you say anything, you're going to the followers for some medical treatment. Between this and getting blown up by the fiends, I'll be amazed if he didn't take some serious injuries. Look at the size of this gun he was using. This is not a pistol. This is a cannon. I know the difference. If not, I think my wrist would let me know the moment I pull the trigger. Actually, I wonder what would happen if you fired that thing whilst wearing that gauntlet. Would it cancel out the recoil? Ah, stop it already. It was just a grenade. I know that sounds weird, but the amount of damage I've seen you shrug off is ridiculous. You've taken sledgehammer blows to the grill, for goodness sake. I think grenade shrapnel should be minor scratches in comparison. I love how nobody is coming to see what the commotion was about. This kind of shit happens too often around here. It's probably more unusual if you don't hear gunfire and an explosion or two at least twice a day. I do wonder though, what would happen if House decided to use his Securitrons to try and enforce pre-war laws in this part of town? How well would that work out? I mean, which side would get wiped out first? The Securitrons or the locals? It'll be a spectacle either way.
Hey.
Fuck off, bouncer. The scary part is, a street gang like the Kings is probably the closest thing to law and order you're gonna get around here. And you wonder why I'm doing these jobs for them. If you know you're gonna be breaking the law at some point, why not try and get the police in your pocket? Man, this place is pretty elaborate for a school. And of course, the Cyberdog is still the star of the show. I'd watch this little guy over whatever's being performed on stage right now any day of the week. And I'm back.
What do you have for me?
5 corpses down an alley. It's not quite the tribute you were probably hoping for, but it's the best I can do with what I have.
Ah, so it went down like that, huh? I guess it can't be helped now. Well, you're not subtle, but you get the job done. That's good enough for me. Maybe you can help me with something more important. A lot of folks around these parts who've been here a while resent the sheer number of people that have come into the area since the Strip was built. In turn, the newcomers, most of whom come from the NCR, have gotten ornery from being resented. Sometimes things get violent. This is one of those occasions. Recently, a few friends of mine were attacked, and I want you to find out who did it. Word's come that they just woke up over at the old Mormon fort just north of here. Head on over, see if they remember anything.
Well, first of all, I love how you're not even interested in what really happened with that Oris guy. If you simply want someone dead, then just say so next time. Secondly, you do realize your big job is just running another errand, right? I mean, this is actually easier than killing the bodyguard. But since we're heading over there anyway, I guess I can take care of this trivial task of yours.
Good. I like that enthusiasm. Return when you have some information we can use.
Enthusiasm? You're not very good at picking up the intention of others, are you? But what did I expect? You inherited this position. Your level of competency is irrelevant. Okay, Veronica, no more wasting time. I'm taking you to a proper doctor. How you managed to survive this long on your own, I'll never know. I would have thought you guys would have some kind of guidebook on what you should or should not do.
Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not important.
Well then clearly that thing never mentioned how you should not jump on the target without proper protection. And before you say anything, I'm not talking about Jimmy hats here.
Darn it. I had some spectacular answers coming too.
I bet you did, you filthy-minded weirdo, you. So here it is, Old Mormon Fort. It's an interesting choice for a bunch of doctors. Who are they expecting an attack from? Oh, they're hiding an organ harvesting trade here, aren't they? What the fuck? Am I seeing things? No, I refuse to believe... Hi. No, I refuse to believe things can be this convenient. Is this some kind of compensation for all the shit we've been through so far? Because if so, I'd like to refund this for something more important later. Man, what are the chances I would find the perfect candidate here? Well, I guess you won't be going anywhere soon. So, are you the guys who got whacked or what? Ugh, you don't look too healthy there.
What is it? Can't you see I want to be left alone with my friend here?
Oh, so clearly you don't want any help from the king. Well, that was easier than I expected. Let's get going, guys.
Oh, that's different then. How can I help? I'll do anything to get the bastards that did this.
And just like that, you changed your tone. Well, I hope you know how to dance, because as the king's investigator, I demand to be entertained first. Come on then, on your feet. I'm kidding, of course. I don't think a guy your age can still jump, let alone dance. Seriously, you guys take this monarchy thing way too seriously. So, you want to give me a few details first?
Well, it happened at night, around 11. We'd recently made some caps off a bit of scrap we found and wanted to invest it wisely. As we were leaving the Wrangler, we must have taken a wrong turn and ended up in the squatter side of town. From out of nowhere, these big guys show up and start barking questions at us, wanted to know if we were locals. The kid there's about as proud as a local around here gets, and started yelling back at him. Then all hell broke loose. Kid got the worst of it, sad to say.
Well, maybe next time he'd learn to keep his mouth shut when he's outmatched. It's not that difficult, especially when you can just whack them in the back of the head with a lead pipe when they turn their back on you. So, do we know who they are, or am I gonna have to question every thug in this town?
They were big guys, young too. No old geezers like me. Hell, none of them looked even half my age. I was mostly face down in the dirt, begging for my life when it happened, so I only got a quick look at them.
Oh good, now I just have to question every big guy in the town within the age of 30, assuming you're 60, which I highly doubt. Thanks, that's really specific.
I hope you find the bastards that did this. If you want, try asking my friend Wayne over there about him. He saw more than I did.
I sure hope so.
Wayne, it's okay. The king sent him.
Is that good enough for you, pal?
Hey,
Whoa, smoking much?
that true? Did the king really send you?
Why the hell do you think I'm here? I mean, who else would give a shit about any of this?
I don't know, man. Maybe you're with the guys who attacked us and want to know if we can ID them.
Really?
Nah, they'd probably just come over here and kick our asses again. I don't really know what else I can add. They were a bunch of guys, better dressed than most Freesiders, I guess. That help?
Not particularly. I mean, if common Freesiders all dress like you, then I guess they would either be from the Strip or somewhere else outside of this place. So, yeah, that barely narrowed it down.
Well, I don't know anything else. Sorry. Hey, wait. I just remembered something. I might have heard one of the guys that attacked us call another by name. We had just about had it when one of them said, "Hey, Lou, we gotta go." At least I think he said Lou. Might have been something else. Now that I think of it, he said Lou something with a T. Tennant, that's what he called him. Lieutenant.
He probably said Lieutenant, Wayne. The boy means well, but he's dumb as a mutant sometimes.
Isn't that an insult to mutants? I mean, they did almost conquer the entire wasteland once. Well, you guys can stay here a bit longer and think about your choices in life, specifically when you should and should not pick a fight, especially with military personnel. And you go get yourself patched up, Veronica. Also, take that suit of metal armor and do something useful with it. Oh man, this is just perfect. Now NCR troopers are involved. I'll need to have a word with them. Although I doubt that's gonna be as awkward as this. Don't mind me, madam. I'm just checking out the merchandise. That just made things a lot worse, didn't it?